So professional.
Okay.
Okay, so should we start by introducing ourselves, or?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so who are you?
So who am I,
Who
or
are
how
you?
am I? Oh, I'm Ellie. My name's Ellie. I'm in the thing.
You're in the thing?
Yeah, who are
And
you?
who do you play in the thing?
What is her name? Olympia.
Okay.
Olympia Alexandros. The Greekest name you could possibly.
That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal.
Oh my gosh.
I have so many questions about that, but we'll get to that. I love that you're wearing your Greek ring right now as we do this.
Yes, it's from Greece. I got these both from Greece.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have one like this. Yeah.
I think that symbolizes eternity.
Yeah, it's like the never-ending. Yeah.
And that's the calendar,
Oh, cool.
which I don't know if it actually is, if that still works or applies to.
Right. Interesting. You know, I actually just watched a documentary last night about astrology and how now the signs don't really match because the Earth has now tilted since the astrology signs were. Yeah, it was fascinating. Okay, so you're Ely Jackson.
I'm Ely Jackson.
And you're in the thing.
Did a thing.
And I am Megan Hill.
Yes, you are.
And I edited this little behind-the-scenes thing.
You did an amazing job.
Thank you. So, talk to me. Why did you decide to tell this story specifically?
I don't know. I love Wonder Woman, and I love that her roots are also Greek, and you know, there's, I don't know, there was like a dry spell for roles for me, roles that I suited or whatever. There were quite a few auditions, but didn't book anything. And I was like, oh, I'll just make something.
Yeah,
and I
love
love
that.
DC, and all the movies are coming out, so I was like, oh, let's do this. And apparently everyone else loves DC, so that's what happened there. We just want to do something really fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, and be proud of something, and have a lot of fun, and do something fantasy.
Yeah, fantasy seems to be your jam, which is really cool. And I love
jam.
Yeah, and it's so inspiring to me that you go, okay, the industry isn't giving me what I want or what I'm asking for in this moment, so what can I do to put my career first and make the steps that I want to make without relying on someone else saying yes?
Yes, yeah, it's exactly that. And also, it sounds great, sounds very romantic to do that, but then you realize, oh, you need money for that.
Right,
So,
the logistics comes into place. How do I finance? How do I cast? How do I...
everything. And so Laura and Michael and Lisa did most of that.
That's amazing. Right, perfect. Perfect. You have to have the right mix of like the artistic brain and also the people that are wired for budgets and planning and locations and scheduling and
permits and the right attitude and everything. And Laura is that perfect balance of just like creative artist.
So can I just interrupt you for are those feathers I'm seeing on this?
Yeah.
That's phenomenal.
Dakota's playing Bartholomew.
Right.
And he's part of the Court of Owls.
The Court of Owls. Fantastic.
I don't know in what storyline that is, but he's the main dude.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, his face like turns into an owl like thing, and then all of his hair becomes feathers and stuff. He's terrifying.
Unreal.
Not Dakota, but the character.
Sure. And where is this location you're shooting
Oh
at?
my gosh, I think it was in Mission.
Oh, beautiful.
It was so far away. And Laura and I drove down the night before so that we were closer and stayed with one of Laura's friends, Shelley.
Great.
It was awesome. We got to sleep early and get a good night's sleep and everything.
Right, because those mornings are so early. There's so much.
I don't think the sun was up. Or even thinking about coming up when we were doing...
Yeah, totally.
Getting up and getting ready.
Yeah.
These guys were great. They all did it for free. Actually, everyone did it for free, but these guys were...
Special shout out goes right here.
Shout out! JJ's phenomenal.
And so what was their role in this?
They are thugs. They are Thug 1, Thug 2, and Thug 3.
The thug triad.
The thuggers.
Obviously.
Yes. You gotta have a trio of thugs
Fantastic.
in every hero redemption story. So.
And the wardrobe on this is fantastic.
Yo. Oh, that's Hayden did all of it. He's incredible. Yeah, he made all of the costumes.
Brilliant.
Yeah, he made this for Dakota, and he made the entire Olympia's like Wonder Woman suit thing. I shouldn't say it's Wonder Woman. It's her suit, but it's. I should probably preface that with I think it's in Earth 7 or something. Wonder Woman and Superman have a child, and it's a boy.
Okay.
And then I was like, nah,
we're gonna
it's gonna be a girl, and. I keep getting told I look like her a bit, so I was like, oh yeah, no, I'm just going to be her daughter without knowing who my mum is.
Yeah, you definitely have Gal Gadot.
Stop it.
Yeah, no, your features and even the way you move, it's very cool. It's very, very cool.
Stop it, thank you.
Oh, start.
Keep going. Do I tell you to stop?
Amazing. So is it a mix of, like, actor's own wardrobe along with what's designed? That's great. It's actually really nice when you get to wear some items that are your own. There's that element of familiarity and comfort in it, versus when your entire wardrobe is something foreign to you and you're like, but my character wears this every day and it has to feel totally normal and natural and I have to move in this like I would, but I've never worn leather pants before.
Have you seen me in leather pants? It's going to be a mistake, let me tell you now.
It's going to be one of those like Ross moments from Friends.
I actually saw a meme about that.
It's so good.
So recently.
It's so good.
That's the only reason I know what you're talking about, because
Amazing.
I've never seen Friends.
It's so funny. So funny. Hilarious.
Oh,
Melanie, talk to us about Melanie.
Oh,
I love her.
I love
so
her
cute.
so much. We went to we did Deb Podolsky's Lost and Tuck studio scene study.
Oh, fantastic.
And Melanie's just like, oh gosh, I love Mel. I could go on. I could go on.
Oh, and look, who's that? Who's that gorgeous creature? Pardon me? Who is that gorgeous creature? I believe
Hannah did a great job on makeup.
You look unreal. Look at that hair, too.
Wondering if that's all my hair. I can't remember. Actually, don't know.
That jacket looks phenomenal.
Thank you. Probably the most expensive thing I've ever bought.
Totally worth it.
Actually, I'm at thrift stores.
So how did you find the process of stepping into your character? What was your process for this?
It was harder than I thought it would be. You'd think it's easy when you write something and you're like, I know this character inside out. But no, apparently it doesn't work like that.
Right.
So I had to actually go back and do character prep. And I was like, okay, fine.
Right. Right, because it's different when you're writing, because you're looking at the full story as a whole. Mm-hmm. Whereas when you get cast to play a specific character, you're now becoming the expert on that one character, their story, their background, their arc, their wants, their needs, all of that. Yeah. Versus when you're writing, you look at the big picture. So now, like, the actor becomes the expert on that character.
Exactly.
Really cool. So that's interesting for you, going from the writer now into stepping into this one character. And
you've also, the motivations and the thought process and how the person thinks when, like, all of the other characters' motivations and everything. So you can see everything from everyone's sides, and it kind of does cloud the character you're playing a little bit. At least it's been my experience. Like, it takes a bit of adjusting.
Right, because it's almost like you have too much information.
I have too much information.
You know too much.
I know what's going to happen. I know what they're thinking. That means I'm responding to that before they've actually done something. Right, so that was like, of course, it's the actor's job. So
right, and
the just kind of like, oh yeah, forgot I had to do that.
Totally, and the elements of like what is public and what is private, and you as the writer know the private lives of all the characters, whereas you as this one character don't know that stuff, but you do, and you're like trying to, that's a difficult thing to navigate. I can't even imagine.
It's like trying to pretend you don't know something. You're like, it's so awkward.
Right, totally. Trying to convince yourself, I know nothing of this. No, this is all a big surprise.
Haven't heard from your mom.
Oh
my god, you're pregnant. This is the first time hearing of it.
Fantastic. So sorry, this is a special effect shot right here?
Yeah. Yeah,
So
they set up the light. I had no idea how they were going to do it. Connor's right, actually. A lot of work went into that shot. It's so insane. But they had the light on there and, like, were flashing it. And they coordinated with the VFX team to figure out how to shoot that properly.
Wow, it looks great.
This shot was awesome. Yeah. It took a long time, but it was fun.
And it's so worth it.
Happy birthday, kiddo.